Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jazz. How you living? How you feeling? I feel like it's been a little minute since I have done a baby update, and so I wanted to come on here and do that. Happy Vlogmas. You should definitely be seeing this in the month of December. Not too far in December, but happy Vlogmas, happy new month, happy new blessings, happy just newness, you know. I don't feel like we have to wait until the new year to welcome new blessings and new aspirations and new hopes and new dreams, because you know we can get that as we enter into each week, as we enter into a new month, you know. And so cheers to that. We stopped at McDonald's to get some chocolate chip cookies, so that's what I'm probably be eating on and drinking my high C. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So if you are watching this, I am 4 weeks out until I am delivering and it feels so good, y'all. Like, it feels so good. If you watched any of the weekly or bi-weekly baby vlogs, if you watched my first trimester vlog, if you watched my second or third trimester vlog when I explained why I would be kind of taking a little break on doing every week, every 2 weeks or whatever, you would know that my pregnancy thus far has gone really well. I haven't had any serious complications or anything to really be worried about. I will say at 20 weeks, at 20 weeks is when you get your anatomy scan, and I did have a successful anatomy scan. However, they asked me to come back the following week because they were unable to really get a good glimpse of like the placenta and how it was, the position of it and everything like that. And so they asked me to come back a week later. I did come back a week later, and they did determine that based on like the location of the placenta and all of that jazz, that they wanted to just keep an eye on me to make sure that baby was getting their nutrition and, you know, everything was going well, that baby was still growing and all of that. There is a certain term for what I'm referring to. I just can't remember. But yeah, so, you know, they were kind of, I'm not gonna say worried because I don't want other people to freak out or whatever. Obviously everything is good now, but I guess they did have a small worry that due to, again, the location of the placenta and baby, that it could have possibly stunted their growth a little bit. They wouldn't grow as fast or get all the nutrition and everything they needed from me to them. And so due to that, I was scheduled to come in once a month to the main hospital and for them to check baby and check baby's growth. I am happy to say that baby has surpassed whatever, you know, possibilities there could have been with, again, where the placenta was. Excuse me. But yeah, baby is thriving. Baby is thriving. So when we did get this information, like I said, I was like 20 weeks. So when we did get this information, 21 weeks, when we did get that information, I can honestly say that I probably thought about it the car ride home. I probably thought about it the car ride home, and then, no, the car ride to work. And then after that, because it was like a 7 a.m. appointment. And my appointments have been at 7 a.m. for hospital appointments since then. For like regular OB appointments, my appointments are later in the day. But yeah, I probably thought about it the entire ride to work. Maybe an hour or so once I got to work, because I had to call my husband because he couldn't make it with me. He was with Ari back at home. We talked about it, did a prayer, said a prayer, and kept it trucking. And again, I'm very, very happy to say that baby's growth has not been affected whatsoever. That was the biggest concern, you know, them getting what they need. And let me tell you something, this is a big baby. This is a big baby. You probably can't tell based on how I'm sitting. Still can't really tell, but this is a big baby. Baby is super low, baby is super big, and so all is well. But yeah, that was the only thing in the pregnancy, you guys. You would know also if you've been, you know, going through this journey with me, that it was really, really different from my first pregnancy. My first pregnancy, I feel like I also just experienced, it was also being pregnant for the first time, you know what I'm saying? But with my first, I definitely experienced a lot of toothaches, a lot of headaches, a lot of migraines. And when I was 4 weeks out with my first, I had really, really, really bad insomnia. Just really, really bad insomnia. Like, wouldn't wish it on anybody, especially someone that was not on maternity leave just yet and that still had to go in, because my insomnia started early. I feel like it started dang near at the beginning of my third trimester, and it lasted up until she was born. And so I was afraid of that this time around, because it's no fun. And also because with this baby, I was not going on maternity leave until 2 weeks before they were supposed to be born, which is the same as I did with my first. But I just have too much going on this time around. I have a 1.5-year-old that you can't tell her that she's not 2 going on 3, aka 33, and so 23. So I have a very, very busy toddler running around, and then I still have to show up. I still got to show up as a wife, as a mom, as everything else, as a coach, as an educator, as everything else, as a founder, a lot. And so I'm just grateful to God that I have not experienced insomnia whatsoever with this pregnancy, because it's just literally no joke. With this, you know, with being 4 weeks out, I have experienced sciatic pain. I experience it every night. It's nothing new. It is the exact same as the first time I was pregnant, which is very uncomfortable. So I have to literally continue to switch sides all night, so that I, A, won't be in pain, and B, so that blood can continue to flow to both sides of my, starting from my top of my hip down to my legs. And then, you know, just the getting up honestly, I have stopped tracking how often I get up to go to the bathroom. I want to say it's like 5 times a night. On a good night, maybe 3. And it doesn't matter if I drink before I go to bed, you know, drink water before I go to bed, eat fruit before I go to bed. With my first, I ate a popsicle every night, but it was also the summertime, and I definitely don't want a popsicle right now when it's 26 degrees. But yeah, so it doesn't matter. Like, I've tested it out, like whether I drink a lot of liquids before I go to bed, or eat fruit, which is predominantly water, before I go to bed, I'm still going to get up the same amount of times. So that's no fun, but it also low-key prepares you for when baby gets here. So, you know, to wrap up all of that, long story short, things have gone well. Things have gone well. I will say that with me being 4 weeks out, that I think about laboring and giving birth 24/7. With my first, I not even physically, mentally, I just didn't, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. And you are heavily relying on your due date with your first. Like, that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? And so with my first, like, I didn't start to really mentally prepare myself or try to prepare myself for labor until I was 38 weeks. That's also when I started walking much more, because I was active the entire pregnancy. But, walking more. I was doing the mile circuit. I pulled out my ball, which I need to get that today out the garage. At 38 weeks, it was on and popping. Like, in my mind, I was like, I know for a fact that I'm giving birth in 2 weeks. Let me go ahead and prepare my body. You know, let me make sure my diaper bag is ready. Let me make sure my bag is ready. Let me make sure this, that, and the third. I was like, let's go. Baby, I almost went to 42 weeks. And so, it is true what they say, like, the first is usually late. I don't know why. I literally, like, I was looking at this thread on Facebook of people that had 2+, you know, that had multiple kids, and they were comparing when they gave birth with their first compared to their other kids. And so literally 99% went over with their first, and then with the second, they either came early or like right on time at their due date. And so, but a lot of them came a week early, 2 weeks early. And so, I don't know, you know, that's something I would have to definitely, I know my doctor talked to me about it the first go around. I just can't remember, child, like, why she said that the first ones don't be want to come out. But, yeah, I had mentally prepared myself at 38 weeks. And so, not giving birth, so I went 38 weeks, 39 weeks, 40 weeks, 41 weeks. So I went 4 more weeks, like 4 more weeks, hoping and praying that this kid would come, and they just never came. Like, I mean, they came, but I had to get an induction date scheduled and everything. I had to go because she was overdue. I had to go make sure that the fluids around her were okay, and that it was still enough fluid around her. It was all of that because I was late. And so with me being late, I've already talked about it, but mentally, I felt like I was going crazy. And I'm just like, God, why won't she come already? I mean, I had tried literally everything, things that I wasn't supposed to try. I was determined. I was so determined to get her out. Go back and definitely check that out, y'all. Like, literally, the midwives brew, which is disgusting. The castor oil, which made me TMI, but made me very, very sick. Ooh, for like 2 days. I did a membrane sweep, which made me in a lot of pain down there for 3 days. I vividly remember being in pain for 3 days, like super sore down there for 3 days due to the membrane sweep. And nothing happened. I remember, like I said, starting the mile circuit at week 38. If you don't know what that is, it is different stretches and poses and exercises that you do. Walking, I mean, literally going to get a pedicure. I went and got a prenatal massage. Yeah, and sis was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good where I'm at. You should be good where you at. And we ain't got nothing but time. And I just felt like I was going crazy. With this pregnancy, with me being at the point where I was with baby girl, I'm ready. I have mentally prepared myself for labor to the best of my ability. I feel like every pregnancy, every labor is different. So obviously we're hoping and praying for a really, really great labor and delivery. But I am just so determined to get this baby out. And mind you, I want baby to be full term, so I'm almost at full term. Relax. But definitely at the full term mark, listen, you can come on. My birthday is in 14 days. And so for sure, honestly, I just want to get through my birthday. If baby wants to come the day after, the night of my birthday, the day after my birthday, have your way. Okay? Have your way. Y'all, my last day of work is in 3 weeks. So my birthday is in 14 days, and then my last day of work is in 20 days. And so, I mean, we can go another 20 days. And if baby want to come my last day of work, if baby want to come to my last day of work, we good. We listen, it's all good in my hood, okay? Yeah, I feel like I have been pregnant for such a long time. Like with my first, I feel like everything moved by relatively decent, like the time. But with this baby, I've been pregnant since March. I've been pregnant all throughout the spring, all throughout the summer, all throughout the fall, and now it's wintertime. I'm tired. And again, I had a great pregnancy as far as, I would say this, because my husband always asks me, my best friend has asked me, like the differences with the pregnancies, like which pregnancy was better. Physically, this pregnancy was 100% better. 100% better. Mentally and emotionally, my first pregnancy was 100 times better. I feel like it's gonna be something, you know. And so, like, granted, I wasn't tired, I wasn't sore, you know, couldn't sleep. None of that stuff was my issue, but I was super emotional with this pregnancy. Like, my first trimester, I cried every single day of the first trimester. The second trimester, maybe not every day, maybe once a week with the second trimester. Third trimester, I haven't done much crying. I've done a lot of reflecting on why I cried so much. But I've been extremely emotional with this pregnancy, and just talking to my husband about like why, you know, and what's wrong or whatever. And I think that, because I know all of the reasons why I was so emotional, but I think that a big reason was that I think like after you have your first baby, the excitement from others, the support, the checking on you, I think all of that kind of disappears a little bit, you know. And you know, I've said this before countless amount of times, so it's like I'm preaching to the choir, but like, we're the family that moved away, and so that in itself limits our interactions with other people, especially family and friends. Like, we can't just get up and go and be renewed by fellowshipping with my mom or my grandma or my best friend, or, you know what I'm saying? We don't have that luxury. If we want to see family and friends, we gotta really plan it out and do this and do that, you know what I'm saying? So we're already 800+ miles away, and then you're going through this experience where you feel so lonely in the beginning because you don't want to tell people, you don't know what could happen, you're really really in mother mode and protective mode, you know, you don't even know this little bean inside of you, because that's how small it is in the first trimester, in the beginning. And so you don't even know them, you know what I'm saying? But you're just protecting, like, no, it's not time yet. It's not time for me to share with the world this, that, and the third. And, you know, and so you go through a trimester, 1/3 of the time not being able to tell people about it. And then you finally, you know, tell people about it. And, you know, second trimester for most people is that come from the culture that I come from. And then, you know, people are excited for like a day or two. You're like, congratulations, you know. But like, it's not as how it is with your first. And then some people don't even experience it with their first. So I'm definitely not complaining. I'm just sharing my truth, you know, venting if you have, whatever. And so yeah, I definitely felt more disconnected from people this pregnancy, for sure. And whereas that can be a good thing at times, it's also very lonely at other times, you know. And then I also, you know, was experiencing already being a mom and going through that, you know, with a very, very, very busy child. And so going through that, there, you know, she's still a baby herself, you know, and so, and also still going through postpartum with her. You know, I couldn't just like drop her off with her grandma or drop her off with my sister, my cousin, my auntie. You know, we ain't got that up here. So it's like you with your child 24/7 unless you at work. And then when I'm at work, I'm 100, literally 100 other people's mom, you know. And so I think this time around it was just like definitely a little bit more challenging. A little bit more challenging, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. And it's like, you know, I wanted my kids to be close in age. Like, this baby was definitely not like not a oops baby. But you don't think about all of the factors, you know, in the midst. And you really don't know how everything is going to affect you, you know. I went from being really, really, really happy about baby, and then I went from being like happy to being like really sad about baby because I felt like I was neglecting my other baby. And then I went back to being happy, and then I was still happy, but then I was dealing with like outside disappointment, like from, you know, our family and our friends, because I feel like they could have supported us more. And so, or just show up, just just, you know. And so I dealt with that, and then I decided like I think I'm putting too many expectations on others. And so that's when I really like pulled back, and that's when I decided like, yeah, we're not gonna share the sex of the baby, we're not gonna share the name of the baby, we're not gonna do, no, we're gonna just embrace, like we're gonna learn new ways and everything on how to just be content and be happy, be grateful, feel blessed about what we have, what we got going on. And you know, the three of us, we're gonna indulge, and then when we're ready, we're gonna give other people the opportunity to love on baby and everything like that. But you know, and that was, well, it was an easy decision, but it was an easy decision based on the lack of support I feel like we had with this second one or whatever. But you know, in all, I really learned that like you are in control of your own happiness, you know, and not to excuse other people, but yeah, you know, you determine that, you know. And so I've been spending a lot of time with Ari. We've been doing a lot of family things, the three of us, really, really, you know, taking in this time of us just being parents to a single, And you know, me and her have been like dressing alike every Sunday, taking pictures and going places and doing this and doing that. And she like went to like a jump place for the first time 2 weeks ago. And you know, we were supposed to go to the aquarium this weekend. She has a pageant next weekend. Just doing a lot of things, you know, to make her feel special. And it also makes me feel good as well, because like I said, I did kind of go through that, like I'm rushing my baby to grow up and stuff like that. And so yeah, we've really just turned those feelings into feelings of joy, and you know, feelings of like, you know what, it's the three of us. It's kind of like bump everybody else, like we really have. And so we don't really share, we no longer have the expectation on other people, and we no longer share and like overly share and do all that for those people. No. But anyway, so yeah, y'all, I said all that to say I am looking forward to baby's arrival. The only thing that's not ready, you guys, is my bag. Baby's bag is ready. Baby's car seat is ready. Everything is ready. It's ready to go in my husband's car. That was his task today to do. Everything is ready except for my diaper bag, my mommy's bag, and the nursery isn't painted. The nursery is not painted. I fussed yesterday in a real nice way for my husband to understand that I don't think that I'm going to make it to my due date at all. I think that soon baby's coming, and I've also been speaking it. And so I was just telling him, like, look, we got to get this room painted ASAP. And then we got to do it on Ari's schedule, because we got to do it when she's at school, so that she just won't be so fixated in going in her room and touching stuff, and everything is going to kind of be pushed in the center of the room, because we're doing 2 accent walls in there. And so yeah, that's what we at, y'all. I cannot wait to share baby's sex, share baby's name, not the sex for real. I mean, it is what it is, but to share baby's name, how we came up with the name. I really want to do the video on names we were gonna go with, because they are so freaking funny. Like, the names aren't funny, but like our reasonings for why we didn't choose those names, hilarious. Okay. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I'm looking forward to just sharing with you guys, you know, my experience being a mom of 2. I'm not, you know, I was not nervous bringing Ari home at all. My husband will tell you, I was really like a natural. Even the sleepless nights didn't bother me as much, because I had insomnia. So it just came natural. I'm not gonna say easy, because motherhood isn't easy at all. I don't care what stage you have. Well, you have easier moments. Like, newborn was an easier moment for me. And if you think that it's the hardest, it is not. Don't let nobody fool you. I don't know who got into my husband's head and saying that, oh man, newborn is the hardest, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get better. Yeah, they'll eventually learn how to, you know, learn their days from nights. But let me tell you something, this toddler stage is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. This toddler stage gives me this, what I'm gonna go through when she turns 15 and 16. Okay, it's literally like that. I want to do what I want to do, and I don't care about none you talking about, and I'm just gonna find a way around you. Like, I'm just gonna find another way to do it. I'm gonna wait till you're not looking, and then I'm gonna try to do, like, I was like that in my teenage years. Okay, and then, you know, I was also kind of mischievous, like, yeah, you know, when I was little, like 4 or 5 or whatever. And so to see your child like that, it's just like, what is wrong with you? And you know, I just expected this type of behavior at the age of 2. I did not expect it at 1.5. I know she's 6 months until being at the age of 2, but I did not expect to deal with this already. She be in rare form. So again, you know, newborn stage came natural. This stage is much more, it takes much more thought. It takes much more deep thoughts. How can I gentle parent? How can I not raise my voice at this really tiny human that's really only doing what they're supposed, like she's supposed to be doing this stuff. Don't believe me, child, work at a daycare. Don't believe me, go around other kids her age. She low-key supposed to be showing her entire behind, okay? And you know, and then some kids, they don't really get, you know, gain that confidence until 2. But she came out the womb confident. She got it honest. And so yeah, I'm yapping right now, but I cannot wait to share with you guys how being a mom of 2 is. And after this, we have definitely said that we are giving it a break. Everybody has been asking me, is this it? And the answer is no. I've never wanted to have 2 kids. I've always wanted to have more than 2 kids. Even though I come from a lot of cousins, like we grew up as sister cousins, sister brothers and stuff like that, meaning we were all in the same house at one point in time, and we, you know, did all of that, went to school with each other at one point in time. My mother only had 2 kids, and that was my brother and I. So I from the beginning of time, I've always said that I wanted more than 2 kids. I've always said that. And so people are always like, are y'all done? And so, yeah, no. We have agreed on 3. We've always, well, we have agreed on 3 now. Before I had kids, I was team 4. You could not tell me that I wasn't having 4 kids. I just thought that was a perfect number. 4 is one of my favorite numbers. And so I just thought I'm for sure having 4 kids. And then I had my first kid. And again, it wasn't the newborn stage. It wasn't her being 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 12 months. It is the 1.5-year-old stage that makes you rethink everything, okay? It make you be like, do I really want to have another? I mean, it's probably a good thing I got pregnant so quickly. When she was like 9 months. I think I got pregnant when she was 9 months. That's probably a good thing, because there is no way in the world that my husband and I will be actively trying to have another kid right now at this stage that she's in. I would have to see different. Like she would have to give us a break. She would have to become back an angel all of a sudden. And then I would be like, oh my gosh, she needs a sibling. And then, babe, you know, can we da-da-da? Or him saying, babe, can we? And then possibly, but like, girl, no. Girl. So yeah, after this baby, we are definitely, we're definitely gonna put a pause on it, and we're gonna give it at least 3 years. We've never wanted our kids to be too far apart. He's experienced that. I haven't. My brother and I are literally 23 months apart, so I have never experienced being too far from one of my siblings. He has. And so we just collectively want them to be, you know, 2 to 3 years apart. And so with this being, after this baby being the last baby, I'm not gonna do a 2 year. I think I need 2 years just to get back to myself, just to get back to my like having my body back, because I know that I'm gonna pump, I'm gonna breastfeed. And so I need 2 years just for me, for nobody else, just for me, just to yeah. Yeah, okay, because mama I miss so much, okay, man, y'all, I can't wait till I drop. Oh, I can't wait till I drop. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Like, all of these thoughts in my head. Like, girl, you gonna be able to fit your clothes again. Girl, you gonna, girl, you gonna have your body back to an extent. Not really, but to an extent. You gonna be able to start working out again. Girl, you're gonna be looking good. You're gonna be able to go out with your friends again. You're gonna be able to ball and parlay when you go out the country with your husband back again. Like, I'm thinking about all of that. So yeah, y'all. Anyway, that's all I got because I'm rambling. Thank y'all so much for watching. The next time you guys see me will be just Vlogmas, just like daily clips or whatever, or every 3-day clips or whatever you guys are gonna see. And then very, 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 very soon I'm gonna be coming to you saying baby is here. Okay, shout hallelujah, praise be unto God. Okay, for when that time comes. Thank y'all so much. Love you. Until next time, peace.